I see it says in stream right there, so that means we're online, and you can see my brain waves right up here. Those are my brain waves. I'm making those in real time. I use my the material inside my skull is active right now, and it's making those waves. They seem to be flatlining from time to time. I don't know if that's a serious problem or what, but this is the mind monitor, as you can see right up there at the very top. It's the mind monitor, and if you get the Muse headband, and this is not a commercial, I know you think that, but I just think it's interesting to talk about the equipment that I'm using because a lot of people would have no idea how to project their brainwaves like this. I use the Muse headband, which has 5 different zones for measuring brainwaves, and then after that, I use a thing called ETPP over or HTPP over. Hmm, it's called HTPP over Internet. And HTTP over Internet is pretty cool. It just takes the content of it takes the screen of your cell phone and projects it onto Internet. And then in the Twitch studio, I'm able to just give the HTTP address right up into this thing here, this little area, and it shows my brainwaves there. So I don't know if you followed all of that, but it's highly technical jargon, I know. But anyway, that's how my brainwaves get up there. They're flatlining a lot tonight. I don't know why they're doing that, but I don't know if I have to adjust it better or something. I don't know. You know, sometimes they say, let me just put a little bit of water on them because sometimes it's like the problem is just like a little bit of moisture. Let me put a little bit of moisture up here, moisturize it, and then put it back on. Maybe it'll make a better contact. Yeah, get some better brainwaves working. Kind of like a little bit concerned that my brainwaves don't look that great. Well, they're still flatlining a lot. I don't know. They don't normally do that. But anyway, let's just play some chess. I don't know how to solve that problem. I tried, but just jump in there on the chat whenever you can because I know you guys like to zone out. You guys love to zone out. People just get their munchies and start zoning out on. You think I'm communicating with somebody here? I'm really just checking making sure that everything is working on internet, making sure my stream is working, making sure that I got my brainwaves online and working good. So I guess it's all right. My assistant producer quit, the whole Hollywood thing. He was on strike for a long time, and now I'm just producing everything for myself. So if you see me, fiddling with some of the equipment, the devices here, that's why. What else can we do? We're flatlining a lot, but we do have brain waves. Hopefully, they'll kick in at the proper moments, and we'll be able to play a lot of good chess. Look at that, 2,060 viewers. I get it's so weird that I have so very few people in the chat room. I have so very few people in the chat room with 2,169 viewers, and nobody's sending a message or anything. It's weird too how my viewer number just keeps jumping around. It goes up to 2,092 and then down to 1,143 and then up to 2,200. But anyway, it's good that you're all here, and I'm glad that being able to play chess with everybody here, and I got a lot of viewers. That's really cool. So why don't we just go ahead and, without any more ado, we'll head on over and play some cool, interesting, what do you say? Chess, right? If you're here, you're not here for news, you're not here for memes, you're here for two things. Chess, right there on the board, over there, and brainwaves. I know where the brainwaves are. They're right up there. Chess kind of confuses me if it's over here, but it's over there. I mean, it's over there. So it's a lot of fun to be playing chess, and we're flatlining a lot, but I think we're going to get some good games here tonight. If we don't get any good games, we'll still get some really great, really good chess viewing brainwaves. We're going to get some brainwaves correlated with the chess, and that's for posterity, if nothing else. I mean, people are going to be looking at those brainwaves for years and years to come. So let's go ahead, go over here to delete chess. I'm going to put new opponent. And you can all see that, right? 5 plus 0. And we are going to play some chess here. What do you say, you guys? Are you into this? I am. So here we go. White has already moved. We're going to play the carocan. Brainwaves are moving. We're moving. Everything is moving. Now we got to plan this out. We don't want to just play haphazardly. Yeah, that pin looks dastardly, but you know, I've learned from experience, don't worry about the pin. If he takes, you take with the queen. The pawn moves up, move the bishop back. Now, right now, you can move. I don't know. I normally have better luck moving the knight out for some reason. That might be completely wrong, but you don't want to bring the bishop all the way back to the back rank. He can come back there later after this bishop moves up and the rook comes over. Then the bishop can go back. And I might just go for that maneuver right now. Okay, bring the rook over. Bring the rook back. Kind of like wasting time here. I should have done this before. Now I can't though. See, because this pawn. I'm going to move this rook out. Would like to move this pawn up, but I haven't prepared it well enough. Or have I? This pawn is my problem. I don't know. I'm just going to. We're playing a fast game here. He can take this knight and double up my pawn position over here, but I kind of think I can save the day over there. I'm going to try to save the day. We'll see if I can save the day. So I still can't move him up, can I? I don't know. I had to move this up. This is the craziest game I ever saw in my whole life. I'm thinking about moving this pawn up here to block the bishop. He was giving me a lot of problems. He's got to move his knight now. And I'll move the pawn up. He's got the trade. That's okay, though. He can trade here with the bishop and save the pin. I mean, save the fork. You know, that's called saving the fork when you can move one of the pieces that's forked. and then move the other one. He gets 2 moves. Now, I might just go for a sucker check here. If I move my queen over here, I don't know. Maybe I should have waited a little bit. That's a psychological part of the game, is to wait sometimes. And I'm going to attack that bishop. I want to centralize this knight. Not clicking very good. The knight looks pretty good at that square. I didn't get the sucker mate like I thought I might get, but okay, I'm going to bring the rook over here because it goes against the queen. Because I'm thinking about moving this pawn up and then taking, well, I can't take there. Okay, if he takes me there, I'm going to get some more action out of my queen. It's not doing much right here. What should I do? Gotta think here. Okay, I want to move this pawn up here if he doesn't take my knight. If he takes my knight, I guess I'll retake with my pawn. It'll straighten out my pawn structure. See, that was my idea. Now he needs to take the knight. Straighten out my pawn structure. And now, this is a key move. I'm going to go over here. The bishop is well protected. And the queen here protects this pawn. Okay, this pawn is hoping to advance. We're doing okay on the clock. I'm basically playing the clock here. I think I'll move this rook up here just to block that pawn. Because the moment they start advancing it all hell breaks loose. I'm just doing this because then he can't move this rook because I take that rook. This rook is blocked and this rook protects quite a bit. We'll see what happens. I might be missing a lot here. I probably am. But, so he moved that rook up. That was smart. There's no reason not to move that pawn up. Next, I can move this rook over to support this pawn advance, which I'll do handily, as they say. Get the goddamn queen out of there. Doesn't have really anywhere to go. It can penetrate into here, but yeah. I was thinking I might do that, but I gotta concentrate now. I don't see where it can check me anywhere. I'm gonna go up here. Just keep loosening up his position. Did I just lose a rook? Oh my god. I can't believe that. And I checked it and everything. I didn't check very good. Didn't check very good at all. I basically lost this game. I may as well just give up. I'm gonna do the honorable thing and just resign. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. It was like weird. We'll check the brainwaves later and try to understand if maybe I zoned out or something. If I zoned out, it'll show up on the EEG. But let's go ahead and play another game because that one doesn't count. We're gonna forget that one. We gotta forget that one. See, if I come up here, he's gonna go up there. I don't know. So if I can't go up there, I'll just move there. My whole screen is low. Hey, hi, can you follow me? Sure, I'll follow you. Follow me, be my subscriber or whatever, and I'll follow you. Bring some of your friends. Bring some friends. I would type to you, but I can't type right now. I can only speak because I'm playing a pretty mean goddamn. Okay, that's cool. I'm into anything cool. If you're trying to do that, that's out of the ordinary, and you can count on my support. Yeah, why not? I love it. That's a good idea. You'll be the new big twitcher. Move the horse. Okay. It's called a night, by the way, but that's cool. I love the chat. Okay, so let's keep moving here. I'm gonna move the horse. That was my newest follower. It told me to move the horse, and I haven't had a new follower like in about a year or so. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, you're rusty. We all are. We all are. Believe me. There isn't anybody that's not rusty. If we had who's that Norwegian guy, Carlson or whatever here, he'd say the same thing. Everybody's rusty. Everybody's rusty. Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna go for it here. I got four. We're doing good on the clock. You remind me of that movie about airport. You say you're Rusty, and I think, oh, your name is Rusty. But that was how they did that all the time. Like Roger. Okay, Roger. I'm just gonna move here. I don't see where he can do anything with that knight. The knight can't come there to attack my queen. Okay, it went over there. I'm going to elevate a rook, except he'll move up here. Keep up and you'll get millions of views. Well, I hope you're prescient. I really do. I really hope you know what you're talking about. Millions of views. If I get millions of views, I'll be just completely happy, believe me. Okay, I'm going to elevate a rook here. No, if I do, I got to elevate it up to here because otherwise, see, he's going to take here. Oh, I just blocked my, well, who cares? Yeah, who really cares? Oh, I saved my knight while I'm talking with my new, shout me out. I'll shout you out. Why not? If you're here and you're talking with me, you're the best thing that's happened to me for like in about 3 years, and I got chat action, so I'm gonna shout out. I don't know exactly how to do that. You'll have to. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice a knight here, a knight and a rook for a queen, and oh, years. Okay, years. I don't know. Sometimes this demoralizes them too. Oh, shit. I didn't see that at all. Ah, wow. That is amazing. When I take there, he puts me in. He takes me in. The only thing I can do is take there, and hopefully he doesn't see the pin. But I'm a rook down. I'm not winning. Believe me, I'm whining. I'm whining. I'm pawns down, and I'm a rook down. I got 10 seconds on the clock. I don't know if you say I'm winning or I'm whining, but if you say I'm whining, you're right. If you say I'm winning, unfortunately. Left side, good. Yeah, I like your attitude. Left side, all right, yeah. Let's win this together, okay? I'm gonna take your advice and just start working on the left side over here. To work on the left side, I have to move my rook back. But I'm gonna play another game after this. I'm gonna get my king into the fray. Does that sound like a good idea? The king is actually a very powerful piece, right? He is going to. He was going to trade off a rook if I wasn't careful there. But okay, I'll block his pawns. Yeah, you got good advice. You know, man. Okay, so that's blocked. Is there any checkmate? I wish I could see a checkmate here, but I don't see one. All I can see possibly is winning on the clock, but I can't advance this pawn because it's protecting that pawn. I have to move the rook back if I want to advance that pawn. And he's going to advance that pawn to block me. Wow. Anyway, I got a new one more follower, I think, hopefully. Oh, yeah, I got another viewer. That's great. So we're doing fine here, you guys. I'm going to get checkmated here. He's going to bring his rook down and then over to here if he's smart. But I'll bring my rook back. Help him out. I don't know if I can help this guy out. I gotta help out myself. You know, if I had honor, I would just, see, if he's not careful here, yeah, I'm really losing. Um, kind of like have no possibility here. You just want a queen. If he gets a queen, I'm gonna resign. Yeah, you're right. I lost. I'm gonna do the honorable thing and resign here. But anyway, it was fun, wasn't it? And I'm really glad for the chat. Really appreciate that. Gotta find the resign thing here. I guess it's this flag. Great. Okay, wow, that was cool. Nice talking with you, Pineappleaintforpizza. I think I'm gonna have a pizza delivery here. I should have moved my rook down. Yeah, I would have won probably by moving my rook down. Oh well. Next time, should we play another one? If you're stick around, we'll play another one here. Let's go for it. Let's see. You can give me some advice. I don't care if I cheat. Cool. So just zone out with the brain waves and we'll see if we can win this one. If they accuse me of cheating by taking the advice from this pizza guy here, I don't care because it's like they accuse Trump of cheating and he's still going strong. He's going to be in the making for the new president soon. So, it's like cheaters win, right? So, going to cheat some here. I've played this opening a million times. XD. XD means I'm laughing out loud. In case most of you didn't know that, but it's really cool when people, respond to my jokes and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. It's like we are. XD is like the new way. Like I was into the memes from the very beginning of internet. Can you believe that? From the very, very, very beginning. I knew all the memes and until today and our viewers follow. Look, give me a recommendation. If you can tell me that more people are going to follow, I'm going to shout you out. I'm going to shout you to the high. I got one kid. One one kid. Is that enough? Or do you want kids? I see the plural there, but I got one kid. He's doing very, very well. He's in Abu Dhabi right now, and he's a boy. You might be him for all I know. He's a interneter person. Um, kind of a cool guy, likes to do memes and all that stuff. But he's in Abu Dhabi right now and doing very well there. No, sure not. Okay, well, he's honest, so I'm sure you're not him because as far as I know, he doesn't. He likes to be misleading a lot of times, but he would never just. I think he might outright lie sometimes if he has to, but in this case, he wouldn't have to. He could just be a little bit more devious. So I'm pretty sure you're not him. Pretty sure. I like that spelling. Oh, I'm gonna get the pawn square over here. This is gonna be great, you guys. I'm gonna get a pawn square, and this is gonna be totally awesome. Okay, first I'm gonna protect this knight. You're gonna see what's gonna happen here. This is the pawn square. Do you see the pawn square over here? You're not English. Well, I'm not either. Holy Christ! You have any idea where I'm broadcasting from? I'm not English at all. We are just global. We are global people. I had this for some reason in my memory, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I did that, but um, I just decided to do it because I was thinking about doing that. I'm gonna move the knight back here and get a really strong attack on this pawn. You see? And now I got an attack on the queen and on the pawn. It's looking pretty good right now. If he takes there, that's great because I opened this file on the king. 6 or 7. Fix your pawns. Yeah, you're right. I gotta fix my pawns. That is really good advice. I'm gonna already line this rook up with his king. I think that was the right rook to line up. Rooks are always a question of which one. What? I lost my queen. Oh man, I'm gonna resign. You can't just lose a queen and not resign. Anyway, that was great, and I was getting excellent, excellent advice too, and just lost. Oh well, the brain waves are there. Let's try another one. Yeah, I didn't see that. You didn't. Maybe you didn't see it either, but smarter. I gotta be smarter. No, I'm not smarter than you. I mean, if you had been playing, you probably would have seen that. I gotta just move these things out here and get a good. Okay, I got that knight pinned. Next time I'm gonna move this pawn up to protect this pawn and also free up my bishop. You know, intelligence is so relative. People don't really understand that the German Reich had engineers and doctors and all kinds of people who believed Hitler. People just don't understand that it has nothing, intelligence has nothing to do with intelligence, nothing to do with IQ or intelligence. It's like, if you think it has something to do with intelligence, if you think that intelligence has anything to do with intelligence, you are totally mistaken. Okay, I'm going to try to get a kind of a battering ram going here. Yeah, knowledge. I agree with you. It's all about knowledge. You got to have knowledge. If you talk with Spinoza, he was a really great philosopher. See, I'm going to break this pin. If he takes this knight, and a lot of people do that without thinking, I'll be attacking his knight, and then the queen comes down here because it's protected by the bishop. But he kind of saw that. But he cannot put. I checked before I did this that he can't put my king into check with his knight by moving it. So I'll be able to take his bishop. I mean, I'm just kind of like teaching my followers how to play and everything. This was very important to make sure he couldn't dance his knight out of there, put me in check, and then my queen just sits. And I'm going to take that bishop because he's opposing my queen in a really bad way. So I'm going to move this thing up because I might have an attack now on this pawn down here. And he might move uh, this up, but I have a number of really good. This bishop is protected. Get brown bishop to lock on the horse. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's a very good advice. I want to get this brown bishop on the horse, but I got to get my queen out of the way. So, excellent. And like I say, Trump has got all kinds of indictments against him, and he's still gonna got a good chance to be president. So I'm gonna bring this bishop up because I want to get this bishop in line with the king. You see, I think that's going to allow me something. Maybe if he's slow and doesn't move his king into the corner right now. We're gonna see what happens here. Anything can happen. Like right now, I don't know if I looked on the. Ooh, he should not have moved the knight out of there. I don't think. Okay, so now this pawn is weak. What can I do? Okay, so this one comes down. It's supported by the bishop, and hopefully I can lock some bishops. I can lock some rooks there. This queen is protecting very well against this knight, by the way. The knight can't come in this direction because of the queen. Um, the queen's got to move, and when the queen moves, this rook comes over, really supporting the square that his rooks won't be able to challenge me. And then I'll take this pawn and take this rook, knight, I mean. Okay, so yeah, the this this guy here, person, pineapple ain't for pizza. Yeah, I kind of like agree with you. It really ain't for pizza. I don't know, just double up those pawns and then go for the one pawn and then maybe another pawn and see what happens here. Maybe I don't know, not really thinking very much here, just kind of like moving fast. I think I got a couple of pawns ahead right now because we both have two minor pieces and I've got these extra pawns and they're centralized. He can take this pawn with his rook, but now I can bring my rook down and basically take his rook. Oh, no, I couldn't have done that last time, but I can do it now. I can bring this rook down. Um, this is a tough one. If he's not, see, now he didn't do the right thing, I don't think. I think this wins. He should have moved this pawn up. I thought he was going to move that pawn up. If he had moved this pawn up, he could have gotten an escape square for his king. But at this point, I think there's nothing he can do. If he takes me, I take him, checkmate. If he moves his king up, I take his rook. Things are not looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna do the really safe thing now. I'm gonna bring this rook back. I got 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, bishop stack. Bishop to attack rook. Okay, I just gotta make sure he can't checkmate me or do some weird stuff. I'm gonna offer the trade here against his rook because I'm just so far ahead on the clock. And I'll offer a trade here. He's just gonna end up losing a number of pieces, and now I'll come down here threatening a really nice check here with my bishop. He's only got, if you look here at the clock, he's got 9 seconds left. If he goes down there, it's going to be checkmate. And that's checkmate. That's better than running out of time. So that was fun. And it was pineapple and pizza that gave me like pretty good advice there. It's not like I cheated by following any of it, but it was good advice. It was a lot of fun. So, look, I got a viewer. All you, buddy. Yeah, man, it's the same way with me. Look, do the recommendations. Bring people here. This is hot. This is hot stuff. I mean, since internet started in about 1992, I've been on internet. I've been a shaker and a mover the whole time, and now for some reason I got in a kind of a state of people have forgotten about me. But if you tell your followers that there's a really important person playing chess here on Twitch, I'm sure that they'll come and I'll get those million viewers like you said. So I got a guy at the door. He's knocking for pizza. I'll be back in like about 2 minutes and then we're going to play some more. I'm going to be right back. Okay, and we're back. We are back on. Yeah, I got to get some music. That's really cool. I got to get some music because, Pineapple Ain't for Pizza is giving me like a really good advice here today. Where's my brainwaves? Holy Christ, wait a second. Where I got to edit my scene. Wait a second, wait a second. Where'd they go? If they don't come back, I'm going to be pissed off. Oh, man, wait. Let me get these things working. Can't believe this. Wait a second, wait a second. I got to do some technical adjustments here. This is just incredible. Like how could they not be working? They got to be working. I got to get them up there. Well, my brainwaves is like they're back. Yes. All right. Okay, we're going to play some nice chess here now and with brainwaves because this this whole channel is about. Oh, wait a second. I got to get the brainwaves on here. This whole channel. Oh, by the way, for those of you that don't know about it, this is the HTTP. It's called HTTP screen um, for internet. It's a great. It's called screen. They don't have the name here. They should have the name here. Whoever devised this thing is obviously not for making money because they should always have the name here. But anyway, it's called HTTP over screen, something like that. And you get the idea. But it's a great thing because what it does is it actually puts whatever you got on your cell phone. It throws it up onto the screen, like it's throwing this right up here onto my screen. So that's a really nice thing, and those are my brainwaves. And this is the only place, by the way, that you can get. You go anywhere on the internet, you're not going to find any place, any place that has chess with Oh, sorry, man. I was. I saw you were chatting there, and I wasn't even around because I was like making some adjustments. But yeah, it's a pineapple with sound. I'm sorry, pineapple ain't for pizza. Um, yeah. Wait a second. What's happening here? Wait, I had a problem with my camera or something. Let me see. I gotta adjust. I got like out of the view. It's my. It's Yeah, no problem. That's great. I'm glad. It's really nice to have some cool people around because the world is full of people that are just like so critical and everything. And I'm doing my best. So let's go ahead and play another game, shall we? Let's go ahead and just zone out, get your munchies, sit on the couch, look at those brain waves, and this is where you get them. This is the only place on the internet where you get brain waves and chats at the same time. So I'm going to go over here, new opponent on Lichess, 5+0. And here we go. We're going to play a King's Gambit. Look at that. I'm playing. Yeah, people are evil. There's a lot of people who are evil, but there's a lot of people that are nice too. I think we have to balance in always in our perception and realize that although there are a total. Okay, Queen's Gambit. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, there's the Queen's Gambit right there. I'm gonna play that, and I'm just gonna kick that queen out of there. That'll be a good Queen's Gambit, huh? And now I'm gonna get a pin on that queen and castle. I'm not afraid over there. And now I should have something good to do. What can I do? If I come out here, what if I come out here? I gotta develop this bishop. I'm just gonna bring the bishop up to here and see what he does. I don't see that he has like any really big moves. I can't really take this pawn because his bishop is there. I'm just kind of playing the clock right now. I might have made a bad move, but I don't care if that pawn is right there. There's no reason to oppose that with my bishop. Maybe I'll get something against this pawn. I don't know. This is tough. But now, hmm, I think this rook is not doing me a lot of good here. I'm going to move this rook over to here. And hopefully I'll just win on the clock here. Protect that bishop a little bit. Okay, I don't know. It's looking kind of like dire, so I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Just see what happens. It's kind of like in life. You got to just play sometimes and okay, his queen went back there. I don't know. I'm just bringing my queen up to do something weird and if he takes me, can take you. Now's the moment of truth. If I had something good here, I'm just gonna play the clock a little bit. He could have moved that knight out of there anyway, but I'm gonna let the knight move to here, and then I'm gonna bring the bishop back to here, blocking him with the knight at that position. I didn't really do anything there except move the knight. Okay, he's gonna bring the knight up into here, but maybe that's okay. I'm gonna assume it's okay. And then I'm going to take here. I'm going to play the clock. I don't see that his knight up here is going to do me any big problem. He's going to move the knight up there, and then I'm going to just take him here. I'm going to move my queen up here because I want to bring my rook over here. And I don't know. He's got his knight up there close, but as they used to say in the old carnivals, close but no cigar. I'm going to Where's the knight going to go? He's going to come up here now. That'll be more specific. If he comes up there, I'll trade his queen, and maybe he won't do that. He'll get scared and do something else. Okay, if he takes my bishop, I take with the queen. If he takes my rook, I take with the bishop. Oh, wait. What? Oh, man. I wasn't figuring that at all. Figured it in the wrong way. Oh, well. So cool. Wow. Yeah. That's the way I think about it too. It's like, what happened? I had everything figured out, and yeah, I was losing on time. I wasn't playing that well there. I think the brainwave showed that. We'll have to look at that in retrospect about what the brainwaves were showing about how I was handling time and why I made that big blunder. But you know, the famous poet John Donne had a quote about that. He talked about the little mousies that were under the ground, and the plow came over, and then he talked about the plans of mice and men, and something like, well, you know, things can go awry, and that's that's what happened there. I really went awry. But you know, if you like poetry, just read John Donne, because um, pretty good Scottish poet. So let's go ahead and play another one, because you're not here for poetry, I'm sure. If you were here for poetry, you'd be on another channel. What? Why do they keep saying leave? I'm trying to play a game. Oh, I haven't. Christ, I haven't resigned yet. Sorry about that. My opponent. I need to apologize for my opponent. Yeah, poetry is cool. I love poetry. I love Shakespeare. Shakespeare for me is like so excellent. Excellent. I'm going to play another one here. Create a game. I don't know BHY. What is BHY? By the way, maybe? Bye. See ya. All right. Have a good one. I wish I was playing better. You'd probably stay, but I'm going to just keep playing here, because what else can I do? That's life, right? I'm a Stoic, by the way. Stoics believe in this kind of stuff. Amor fati, right? Do you know about that phrase? Amor fati? Yeah, I got to grind too. You know, I really should be working right now. Christ almighty. I got like a lot of stuff I should be doing. This is crazy. Spending more time on this. But, you know, pineapple for pizza, you know what my handle used to be? It used to be uh, pizza doesn't go good with pineapple. And it's almost the same as yours. If you think about it, it says almost the same thing. And it just ain't good. Like some people, okay, anchovies. If you tell me anchovies are not good with pizza, I could believe you. I might not believe you. But pineapple, pineapple, could be good, might not be good. But I'm sure that I don't know what the experts say about that kind of stuff, but I have a feeling that if you asked anybody that really knows, that really understands about gastronomy, they would probably tell you that, yeah, pineapples are not the thing. Pineapples are horrible. And if you're going to take anything that's good for pizza, it shouldn't be anything like anchovies. Okay, I have like a very, very small chance of winning this game. I got my rook and my queen lined up. And that was like my last chance. But I think he's going to take with his queen, and then kind of like miss all my opportunities. I got to bring my queen back and then come over here to threaten his queen. I always just keep playing kind of like to the end because every once in a while you don't know, maybe his modem is broken or something and he screws up. Every once in a while there's like some weird checkmate that's available, and if you don't take it, you see, now I'm just basically, I'm too far down. I'm gonna give up. I don't like to be pessimistic. I'm not pessimistic. Don't think I am, but when you lose, you lose. You gotta just admit it. Okay, I'm gonna play some more. Let's do it. Create a game. We had some really good chat there. That was fun. We had Pineapple for Pizza here, and that was cool. That was really cool. He said, or she said, she's gonna bring me a bunch of really great followers, and I need followers. I don't know if I explained that to you, why I need followers, but I'm not going to explain it to you, because if I explained to you, you would say I'm just doing this entire chat GPT ridiculous, completely ridiculous meme. Chat GPT is so ridiculous. They have this meme where you gotta believe that ChatGPT can take your job and everything. It's so ridiculous. I'm telling you. ChatGPT is such a ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous thing. It's like you can't believe how bad it is. It certainly is not going to take my job because I have I have already checked it out. I've already tested it a million times. I am the laziest person in the world. And if ChatGPT would do my job, it would already be doing my job. Believe me. Believe me. Because I've tested it, I've tried it. Hey, will you do my job, ChatGPT? Please do my job. And it can't do my job. It does a very mediocre imitation of trying to do my job. And I even ask it, why are you doing so poorly? And it says, it actually responds things like, well, I'm just an AI model. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect from an AI model? And what do we expect from an AI model? I guess we shouldn't expect very much because it just doesn't do very well. It doesn't understand. If your job is taken by ChatGPT, maybe because you were an AI. I don't want to belittle you or anything, but you might have been an AI from the very beginning. You could have been an AI. And in Brazil, I know people have told me that they have a saying now, he or she is an AI. And what that means is if you know somebody who's an AI, it's because you are an AI. What else can I say? You are basically, that's it. No more else to be said. You're an AI. So let's just go ahead and play here. We're not going to doing memes. We're not doing politics. We're not doing news. We're basically just doing, we got to do something smart here. I don't know. I have to develop a rook. I'll put him over here and see what happens. That root pawn looks like it won't move, but I can move this pawn. Well, I can't move that pawn up yet because the knight's going to come over here. I gotta do something smart here. Protect this white square. How? Well, by taking his queen, it'll certainly facilitate matters. Okay, so that was good. Finally won a game. That was fun. I mean, like when you win a game, it's good. And that was actually a pretty good game. And I guess Paul over here, Paul is my assistant producer, and he's telling me that we need to speed things up a little bit. And let's do it. Let's do another game and see what we get with another game. So I'm going to create a game. I'm doing a game 5 plus 0, which means there's no increment. On Lichess, you can choose whether or not you want to play an increment or not, and we have no increment per move. I always hesitate to make this bishop move because if they move this pawn up, you can sometimes get in trouble, but it's tricky. It's weird because I think this is a horrible. I think if we look on the, what do they call it? The stockfish, we'll see that this was not at all valid. But I don't know, there's like 5 different moves and they often miss all of them. So apparently this time they kind of missed it because, okay, that knight can take here if he wants to. I'm going to come up here, and this knight is one of my biggest concerns right now, believe it or not. And if I could take him, I would situate his queen, but maybe his queen will be awkward there. I'm going to put him in check. And maybe his queen will be awkward there. I don't know. We'll see. I can always bring the bishop back to here. I'm going to bring my rook over to here because I need to protect this pawn right here. I really miss the pineapple ain't for pizza. It was a lot of fun, but anyway, everything must come to an end, I guess you could say. So there we go. We got the knight out of there, even after developing our rook. Should have developed a rook to here, I guess. Because right now I got an attack on the rook and on the queen at the same time. Ah, you see, and now he moved the rook. But I'll still do it because I have the attack on the queen. Kind of like missed that a move ago, but and I discovered it. I'll get an isolated pawn here in the middle, I think. I never really know for sure. Okay, now I'm just going to go for broke over here. That this advancing pawn is looking pretty strong over there. I'm going to move it. I have to move the queen over here first, or the rook is even better. Maybe I should move the king over. I think by moving the king over, I can bring my rook over here. And I think things will be pretty strong for me over here. If he brings this queen up, I can bring this rook back. I got good control on these black squares. That'll just take his rook out of action for a little bit. I knew I had to bring that rook over there for some reason, so I brought it over there. Oh, it's because I want to bring this pawn up. And then I already had this plan, right, to bring the rook back to there. Is this going to be like a repeated thing? I don't want to repeat it. I could have done one more time, but I always like lose count and get a draw, so I kind of like forget the count, and then I lose it on the draw. So now I'm thinking I got the rooks very well lined up here. I'm going to go for it. See, now I got, if he takes my queen, I take his queen. And it looks like I got a piece out of that. Because I got a rook and a bishop, and he only has a bishop. See, now this pawn is pinned, so after he moves his king out of the way, or I don't know what he's going to do, he's in trouble. Then I can take here, and then I'll take here. And see, I can't come up here because he'll come up here and really threaten me, threaten two things at the same time. Okay, so now I got to make sure he doesn't come down here. So I'll just block that file with my, and why not? Okay, we're doing good on the clock. He's got like an extra pawn or so, but the clock is very equal, so we're doing good on the clock. Keep bringing my king up. Block this pawn over here. I gotta block him. And then I got my king over here on this side. That will be pretty devastating, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm just going on the clock now. Should I go up? Yeah. I think he's going to come over here and attack, but I can come up here. Bringing my king closer to the action. The rook, and I could have made a big mistake here, but we'll see. Going to move him up. The king protects. I'll bring the rook over here. Already a queen. I got rook and bishop against two pawns now. Gotta figure this out. Only got 30 seconds left. Okay. Think this will do it. "16 seconds. Not going to be enough. Crap. I'm going to lose. I'm going to resign. I thought I had that game won. It happens a lot. Crap. I don't know. I lost track of the time there at the end. Well, we had great brainwaves, but if you could see how those brainwaves were reacting there, um, I don't know. It's like when I lose a game, it's like my brainwaves get really depressed. They flatline. They just get totally. It's like it's devastating. It's really devastating. I'm gonna play another game and try to get those brainwaves livened up because I don't know. I could when I see the patterns like that, it's like you could almost person could almost go into some kind of conniption or something. Could go into a conniption where your brainwaves are just doing completely the wrong, they get totally discombobulated and they're doing the completely wrong patterns, and that's not going to be healthy. Okay, so we do have this against that knight. I would like to move this up. P takes here, and then I move here, and then get like a minimal thing over there, taking that pawn against the king. I'm going to do that if he doesn't react very well. That was actually very good for me. I think that helps me a lot. I'm not castled on that side at all. And I can probably get some pretty good action here. I'm going to put the rook on that file and see what happens. Right now I can already see in my mind's eye perpetual check. No, now I can't because he brought his queen out there. But I'll reinforce that bishop a little bit. He can take the bishop now, but then I can force his knight out. And I won't have the perpetual check, but I want to keep the pawns over here. The attack is on the king's side, so I can win a pawn here. I don't know. I think I'll just do it. I can't see where he can attack my king or anything. I see a lot of black pawns there right now. White has 7 and I have 7. That's pretty good. I can't castle, but the king can stay in the center. It's not like he's into a lot of attacks or anything. Okay, so the queen can do a lot of things now. I'm going to straighten out my pawns. Pawns are kind of doubled up. Okay, look at those brainwaves, huh? These brainwaves are really moving. Going to develop a rook here. At least, these pawns look pretty solid over there. And now bring the rook over to the other file because he didn't do very well on that file. If he doesn't watch out now, I'll come down here and checkmate his king. Okay, I got to get. I checked before I moved that the queen was not on black. The queen can take this, but then I can come back here. I'm going to bring my king up into here. It'll be pretty safe. If the queen comes back into here. He can check my rook by bringing the pawn up, but if he does, I'll just move the rook to another position. Like there. Then my other plan is to bring the rook over to here. Okay, so the pawn's pinned. I can't take it, but he can't put me in check here. I don't know if that helps me so much though. Next I'll bring the rook here. This is tough. I'm in a bad position. Got my my king separating my two rooks, and that's actually not bad though. I like that because my queen was going to come down here anyway. Let's see, 3 pawns against 5 pawns. He's got way too many pawns compared to me. The king has to come over here. I don't know if he forgot about that. He doesn't have his queen and his rook are uncoordinated right now. The clock is exactly the same. If he brings his king up here, I'm going to checkmate him right here. If he brings his queen over here, I don't know, this could be a perpetual check. I don't know if he's the kind of guy that wants to go for or kind of gal or girl, guy or girl that wants to go for a perpetual check, but he can just move, they can just move the queen back and forth right here. And I can't really defend against that. It'll be a draw. Ooh, look at those brainwaves. Wow. Oh, well, that's actually, is that better in a way? I don't know. I'm just going to go for the draw. This is ridiculous. Don't want to calculate too much. I don't think they're going to be able to checkmate me here because I have a lot of resources. But by the same token, black has like a million ways to get a perpetual check over there. And at the same time, I just screwed up. I just checkmated myself. I should have. Yeah, I could have. That was so bad. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a bit. I'll be right back, as they say there. That was a lot of fun. We're going to be right back. Okay, and we are back. Um, wow, we got 2,264 viewers right now. That's incredible. I think everybody's just zoning out because they do tend to do that. I'm going to move this a little bit out of the way because it's in the camera. Maybe I'll just move the camera over just a little bit. I don't know if I can move this. Ah, should have done this a while ago, I suppose. Yeah, I just screwed up the focus too, but anyway, I guess that's better now. Maybe I actually helped the focus a little bit. I'm going to move over here. There. There, that gives us a good angle. So why don't we play another game, shall we? Gonna play a new opponent. We had some really great chat action here. Person that doesn't like pineapples on pizza, and that was so great. Gonna bring me a lot of followers, I think. It's kind of weird. I never saw this opening before in my whole life. Guess I don't have a lot of experience because should be kind of obvious, this thing. We're getting a little bit of development. Okay, he's got his queen out there and everything, but hopefully, see these two pawns against the bishop. Now the knight can come up. I don't know. This is weird. We have a little advantage on development right now. No big deal, but a slight advantage. If he castles, I'm going to try to bring. This gives me an open king file. I don't know. I'm just going to play the clock. Do I have anything? Probably missing something, but don't really see what it is. Maybe it's this. Maybe that's what I was missing. Maybe not. Don't know. Don't know what I'm doing here, really. I could have moved this up here. Then I can move the rook out of the way. The rooks belong on the first rank in the beginning of the game. Things are getting really quiet here. What's happening? What's happening in the chat? What's happening? Pretty silent. Everything okay? Or what? What's going on? Hey, jump in there on the chat. Like, I know I got what? How many? 1,275 viewers, and everybody. I guess everybody's zoned out. Everybody watches the brain waves, and they just, I don't know, attack the attack him one more time. I could have lost him there. I was lucky that my opponent didn't see that. I'm just gonna not sacrifice, but kind of like just trade down. They call that. My knight is not positioned well enough. Can't move anywhere. I gotta move him somewhere. Gotta move him back to here and then see where he can go. This is tough. My queen is out of play over there. I'm gonna bring the queen back over here and see what happens. Okay. The pawns are equal on the board, by the way. And the time is just about equal too. This knight is very stalwart, protecting against the queen and the. That protects against the rook coming over. I don't know what I'm doing here, to tell you the truth. I'm just moving. Moving. I'm thinking about bringing the knight up to here and then up to there, check, and take the rook. I don't know. But another knight can come up to here. And then the queen can come up here, check, and then the knight here. They have some continuations here. I'm just kind of imagining a few things. This pawn is still weak though. This is called a backward pawn. If he advances this pawn up, that's probably his best move, but I'll put him in check. He goes over in the corner. It's tough. The only thing I can do is try to get this pawn over here. That pawn will become my big target. This pawn right over here. If he moves up, I'll take him. I'll keep my knight centralized. Okay, took that. I'm going to completely buttress that. Now it's a matter of strategy. I don't think he has enough clout to actually do something over there. I'm going to take this pawn and then we're still doing okay on the clock. I don't think he has enough clout to stop me over there. I'm going to bring this pawn. I'm just thinking this, just from experience, I'm thinking this king will be okay over here. Okay, I'm going to put him in check, and if he makes the wrong move with his king, I'll get his bishop. This is bad. Bad, 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 bad. I just got checkmated. Oh, wow. I'm going to do a new opponent really fast because I'm waiting for the chat to get really hot. The chat is still kind of slow. And hopefully with when the chat picks up, if a few people jump in there on the chat, we'll have some fun. Even if the brain waves, well, the brain waves are always doing good. My brain waves are great tonight. Getting really good, excellent patterns. Everything's working according to plan. A little bit of a problem here with chess. We're not totally winning on all of these combinations we've been trying. But as long as we can get a little bit of really cool chat action, it'll be okay. So if you're one of those, a lot of these viewers are just, you guys are just relaxing on the couch, you're eating your munchies, you're zoning out, and you're not chatting. If you jump in there on the chat, well, I can tell you where it's at. Just say something like, "Hey man, what's happening?" And I'll tell you like, well, what I was doing in the 1990s. I'll tell you. I always got my eye in the chat. Look at this. 354 to 436. We're doing a little bit better on the clock. I don't see a big problem with that pin there with the bishop. Just castle and see what happens. He doesn't have anything to put more pressure on there because these pawns are doing a stellar job keeping the knights from invading. I got the pawns against the knights. And I just took him. Okay, now I'm just going to do some sucker moves here and see. This person is not rated too high. 1653. We'll see what happens. Bring the bishop back to here, and then I'll bring the pawn up here. I'm going to bring the pawn up here anyway because it just looks like a good move. I can kind of see what he's got in mind. I should probably bring the queen up to here against the king and against this pawn, and also bring my rook over here against his queen. I'm going to do that. I got 4 minutes against 247. So on the clock, we're doing okay. Where's the chat, man? I got so many viewers. I got 2,276 viewers, and you guys are all zoned out. I'm going to activate another rook against his queen. See, now he could have taken this, and he didn't do it. He could have taken this knight and then taken the pawn here and would have had a pretty strong attack over there. But as it is, he didn't do it. So you snooze, you lose. Is that a thing in English? You snooze, you lose. Well, that gets me the exchange. I don't know if that's always a good idea to try to get an exchange, but it's just like you snooze, you lose. So I'm attacking his queen. My rook is in trouble, but I'll take his queen and then I'll have time to move my rook out of danger. I'll move him over to here. Keep him on the back rank, expecting this pawn advance. And then things are going to be looking up strong, I think. We'll see. This pawn taking here. Okay, the knight basically comes back where he was. Why not? The the queen is still here to protect it. If this pawn comes up here, that'll be okay. I have means. Let's put it that way. I'm going to move that pawn up so that to avoid that from happening. Now what, huh? Okay, this looks good. And then in any case, if he attacks this knight, I will bring this pawn up. Just working the clock right now. Should I take the rook off the back rank or not? I don't know. My intuition tells me, yeah. Let's take him off the back rank. Gets a little bit more range. I said I was going to do that, so I'll do that. He'll take me. If he takes me, I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is just like a weird game. Don't want to lose that rook, or maybe I do. I don't know. Probably should have brought it over to here so I could bring it up to here. No problem though. We're going to see what happens here. This is happening very fast. He just took my rook. I think I'm just imagining that he had that planned out. I'm just imagining. So I have time on the clock, so I'm just going to discombobulate him a little bit. Try to win on the clock. I lost a piece, a rook even, but we might still be able to pull this off. 36 seconds against 344 seconds. Now we're not doing too bad in terms of time. 24 seconds. I already moved this out of the way. 20 seconds. Can I move this up a little bit more? He wants to bring his queen down here, but the bishop will stop that. I'm just going to come over here. I kind of think that with 10 seconds left, he won't have a bat's chance in hell, but we'll see. They call that a bat's chance in hell, but it's really a snowball's chance in hell. And he didn't have a chance, really. Just played the clock, you see. My opponent was actually pretty honest and pretty straightforward, pretty candid, straight up, stand up sort of chap, where he resigned with less than a little bit more than a half a second on the clock. That was a good game, man, to get some more brainwaves going. Like my brainwaves are flatlined right now. It's like weird. Like when I'm not playing chess, my brainwaves tend to flatline. So gonna play another game, get those brainwaves activated. Get them activated where we can start to see some action here. Okay, they're activated now. It's very good. Got my brainwaves active. Gonna castle my king long side. Like they say, your feet. What's that thing about his feet? It's like a poem. Your feet are like Longfellow's. Your feet show it. Oh, it goes like this. You're a poet and you didn't know it. Your feet show it. They're Longfellows. That's a pretty good one. I remember that. We're one piece ahead, so that's going to help us a lot in the end game, if there is an end game. Before I moved that pawn up, I made sure he couldn't advance. He can't really advance. I'm going to do some trade-offs. I'm going to move this pawn up to trade off against. Okay, and that's another trade-off. Okay, that's all right. I'll bring this rook over here to trade off against that bishop over there. Need to trade off. It's okay. If he takes there, I'll take with this bishop, get another trade off. I'm just going to trade off. This is the whole theory of chess. Not the whole theory, but a big part of the theory is when you're a piece ahead, you should trade off. Because it's a little bit like mathematics. I'm just going to centralize my pieces and okay, let me explain that mathematical thing to you. It's like this. If you have 95 against 100, that's a 5-point advantage, 95 against 100. But suppose you had 100 people on a battlefield and you had 95 people opposing you. That wouldn't be a big advantage. So then we have to imagine, let's start changing the proportions. Let's go from 95. So now this knight out here is going to be unassailable. He's going to take this. If he takes it with his rook, I would have taken with my rook, but I'll move this out here. And now I'll take this pawn. So getting back to what I was saying, if before I did that, I made sure that he couldn't do something to weaken this knight, and I was able to retake with the pawn and buttress the knight again. But getting back to what I was saying, I'm going to move this rook over here now. I'm going to move this rook over here and then bring the king over. Getting back to what I was saying, if you have 95, suppose you have 95 against 100. So you got a 5-point advantage, and that's not a huge proportion. If you had 95 soldiers against 100 soldiers on the other side, wouldn't be any big deal, right? But if you can get another situation where you have 95 against, let's say, there, I got a pretty good deal there. I'll block that file. 95 against, okay, you have 95 against 85. Okay, so far we have a situation where you have a 5-point advantage. You have 95 against, see, he's going to get checkmate right there if I'm not careful. Got to be really careful here. He's going to come right down here and checkmate me. I only got one move that will solve the problem. So you got 95. I keep saying the same thing. Holy Christ. 95. Why do I keep saying the same thing? 95 against. Is he going to keep doing this? $95. This is like sounding repetitive. 95. Okay, before I did that, I made sure I had this move right here to come back, put him in check, and then I can come here. I had that planned out. Now he can take there. I think I just gotta advance. Gotta just start advancing. 95. This is funny. Let's see what he's gonna do now. I don't know. I'm just moving around and probably gonna lose. Always happens. 95. Gonna already block over here. See, he can't move his king up to attack this knight. I'm just going to go up there. I got 39 seconds. I can't screw around on the clock too much. He can't bring his king up anymore. I'm going to advance this pawn and have that pawn up there. I'm going to advance these two pawns, by the way. That's interesting. Okay, so put him in check there. And now what? Put him in check again, maybe? Yeah. And I'll move my pawn up. That was a bad place to move his king, because on the next move I put him in check with 17 seconds left. And he doesn't have any attack against me. Before I did that, I made sure he didn't have any attack, any valid attack. I'm going to move my rook over here and then bring my queen up behind it. Okay, so look at those brainwaves. Look how they're synchronized right there. They're high. They are in line. Okay, now they're doing all kinds of stuff because I'm using my linguistic apparatus. And when you do that, when you're talking, you're going to be moving all the different muscles, the throat, the larynx, the lips, all the muscles of the tongue, the lungs, the diaphragm, everything is involved. So you're going to get a lot of different brain waves, but you'll still see some interesting trends. Let's put it that way. Where did you see how the delta is up like so high? It's going up high, going up. You can push it up higher and higher and higher. The delta, that's the red one. It's like the red M&Ms that really just they're so cool. Like when you get when you win or something, the red ones just come out and start to look at it's up there high again. They start to celebrate. It's like the red L and M&Ms. So let's go ahead and play one more. Just going to check here. I'm going to check with my. He should be here. That's my ridiculous. I shouldn't say he's ridiculous. He's really. Oh, I got to move this over. It's actually a good guy. Paul. He's my assistant producer, and he told me that he was actually how do you say obligated by the strike in Hollywood to also go on strike here where I am, and I'm pretty far from Hollywood. And so, I'm doing what I can without him. I have to do all of this stuff. I make the brainwaves. I do the camera. I do the props. I'm the best boy. I'm the key grip. All of those things that you see at the end of movies. And yeah, I'm kind of like a one-man show here. So yeah, let's just get the show on the road, shall we? And let's play another game because I don't want to talk about this thing in Hollywood anymore. Let's do a new opponent. Okay, we're on Lead Chess. We're 5-0. We're going to do a King's Gambit. I'm going to try to win this as fast as possible. I'm not going to screw around here. Okay, so this is a classic King's Gambit. This is the King's Gambit squared. Let's put it that way because there isn't anything more King's Gambit-y than this one. A little bit more King's Gambit than this would be to bring the bishop out there. But I think the bishop is going to be better here. I just got the feeling. I'm going to bring this over here, not because I think it's a good move, but I think it's good time-wise. And I'm bringing this here to come up here and attack the bishop. We'll see what happens. This is going to be an interesting game. It's doing a lot of interesting moves. Very, very, very interesting moves. The King's Gambit is that kind of a game where if you don't move correctly, you could be in trouble. And I kind of think that I'm building up a lot of power here. Look at those delta waves again. I'm building up a lot of power here. Okay, I'm going to do this just as a kind of a distraction. So what I really want to do is, don't know what I really want to do. Oh, maybe he kind of like made a mistake there. I don't want to take this knight because he'll take here. That wouldn't be too bad. I think my best move is to protect this. It opens up a line on his queen, you see? That's always helpful. I got one more rook into the picture and he brings his queen way over there. I kind of think this is the moment of truth. This bishop is in trouble. I'm going to bring the bishop back all of a sudden. Bishop will be better over here because it still protects this pawn. Kind of move the pawn up and then move the bishop over here. That's pretty well protected right now, at least, and it's attacking the queen. I'll take this. Crap, I could almost win here. Oh, maybe I can win. I just noticed an interesting continuation. No, he resigned. I noticed an interesting continuation there. And I don't go, when I think about chess, I don't go, oh, if he goes here, I go there, I go there. I saw like a configuration. I'm going to do the post-mortem now because I actually saw something. And he resigned right there after he doing that. Yeah, I don't know exactly why he resigned, but could be a reason for that. I think the reason he resigned is because I can put him in check here. If he takes me, I move my queen out of danger and then take his queen. I think that's why he did it, because if I come here and he moves his king over in the corner, then I come over here. His queen is still in danger by the bishop, and he has a lot of problems in any direction here. But before that move, I caught this scintillation, this kind of glimmer. I saw something very holistic about a combination. Now, I would like to verify that right now. I'm gonna go into the. Okay, we already won this game. It's up against a person with a similar rating, and our time was a little bit less than his, but not very much. Bobby Fish, Bobby Fish 2. I guess there was already a number 1 at some point. So let's go to the analysis board and see if I was right. I really missed our wonderful chatter there. Pineapple ain't for pizza. That was a lot of fun. Good chatter. And let's just look at the game. Let's do a computer analysis, do the post-mortem here. Well, look at those brainwaves. Now watch the brainwaves as just watch as the spectator room appears. Look at that. Look how they come synchronizing. My brainwaves tend to synchronize when something is making sense. And this is really making sense for me right here, this upward drift of the white here. So I think this is a worthwhile postmortem. A lot of my games are just full of a lot of mistakes. And this one had mistakes here, mistakes there on both sides, but I think it was from this point on, it was a strong game. So let's just click through this and see. So I'm going to click here so you can always see the points. Okay, this is how the game actually went. It's a classic king gambit. Just clicking through it, clicking through, clicking through, clicking through. You see up here, nothing's happening. It's all just 0.4, 0.5, nothing, 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 nothing happening. Okay, suddenly white has an advantage, and now it's 0-0. And we keep going. And let's see what happens here. Where white's ahead, 1.7. And here's where it all happens. That was a big mistake right there. Can anybody see where that's a mistake? Because look, the bishop and the queen are attacking the knight. What happens? What happens? And let's see if I did the right thing. Wow. That is amazing. And look at my brainwaves in sync and up high. Um, the the computer was telling me move up here, and that's exactly what I did by some weird, unearthly coincidence. And now I'm ahead 4.7. Now I'm ahead 4.8. Is that where he resigned? Yeah, that's where he resigned. See, I was going to come up here. Yeah, he quit. But I saw this weird thing. Let me try to tell you what I saw. So I came here. Now that would have been a totally ridiculous move. Can you imagine taking a bishop for a queen? I think he would have tried to have. Let's try to do a more human move because that's not a human move. There's no human that would take that bishop with the queen. Because if he takes the bishop with the queen, he just loses the queen for a bishop. Like, I would take the bishop with my rook. We can do that. So just to see how it would do, I take the bishop. I take the queen with my rook. He takes with his bishop. I would probably retake with the king so to keep the bishop here. Now I have queen, rook, bishop, and knight, which means two minor pieces and a rook against two minor pieces. No, two minor pieces and a rook and a queen against two minor pieces and a rook and a rook. I'm an entire queen ahead. So that's not an entire queen and rook I had, but I'm ahead by the difference between a queen and a rook. So the pawns are about equal. So it didn't look too good. Okay, so I brought the bishop back there. Now, what would a person do in this case? The bishop is attacking the queen and attacking the bishop behind the queen. The queen cannot protect the bishop, but the rook is protecting the bishop. The queen cannot go here. The queen cannot go here because of either the pawn or the knight. The queen should not go here because this wins the queen by putting check, and then the queen takes the queen. So the queen cannot go here. The queen would have to go. It only has one space. It has a space back to there. That's the only conceivable place. Now, I'm trying to remember what I saw. Oh, yeah, this is what I saw. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled like that. But this is exactly what I saw. When the queen goes back here, I saw that I can take the knight can come here checking the king. So what prevents the knight from coming here is this knight. So I would just take the knight. That's exact. And now I remember exactly what I saw. And now takes the knight here, attacking my queen. But I check him. He goes over there. I take the queen. And if he takes my queen now, let's say he takes my queen, because that's what he wanted to do. I take his queen. He takes my knight. And I get his bishop. So however it works, I got extra pieces. That was a really nice game. Look at that. Like I resolved it and all my brainwaves were in sync again. So I don't think I'm going to win this last game because we're kind of like at the end of the night and everything. I'm going to play one more and I never win the last game. I always go to bed a little bit depressed because I lost. But that's good because you go to bed depressed, and where do you go from that state? You can only go up, right? So let's go ahead and see how this works. I'm going to play one more game, just one more. And with this game, we're going to try to balance out my karma. So here we go. If we can balance out our karma, great. If we can't, that's also great. So here we go. Create a game. Whoa, look at those brainwaves. Look at the delta, how it went way up high like that. This is amazing. Like I just chose a new game. That bodes well, actually. That bodes very well. I think the whole thing about have you ever heard about the Oracle of Delphi? See, the queen can check me here, but then the bishop comes here. The Oracle of Delphi. Look, my opponent left the game. It was too much for my opponent. I don't know, something oracular was just too much. I'm going to just keep developing a pace. Usually when the pawn comes here first, for whatever reason the knight's not good on this side. I mean the bishop is not good on this side. I don't know why, but just isn't. I'm just going to keep playing the clock here and see if he makes a mistake. My move was probably not that great. None of these moves are all that great. I don't see any great moves here. I'm just faking some stuff. Like if he moves the pawn up now, I just bring the queen back maybe to back right back where it started. But maybe win a few points on the clock. Things are not looking up here. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna fake him out by bringing that there, and then I'll bring the bishop up into here. That'll make him think. Ha. Yeah, you better get back in there. I can actually do. I don't know if that was a good move or not, but we'll see. I can actually do this move because I've got three pieces and he has only two. Well, he has three too. But when you have three against three, unless I'm mistaken, that's okay because he has to take with one. He loses one by taking, and then you've got three against two. You see how that works? And then I retake with the rook. And I still have this pawn protected by the queen. So far everything's working. This knight's well protected. That knight, I mean that pawn. I'm going to bring the rook right back. They're usually back on the best rank unless you have a good reason for moving them. Wow. He can win a pawn here, but not really. I would have taken the knight over there. In fact, I'll take the knight right now and win a. Can I win that or no? I'm going to lose this over here if I'm not careful. I'm going to do that because I don't know what else to do, and I'm a minute ahead on the clock. Who knows? I might be making all the wrong moves, but I move this up here because if he takes here, I can retake with the rook. And if he moves there, I can attack this queen. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm just like playing a little bit here by instinct. It might be okay, it might not be okay, I don't know. This is the moment of truth. I think that's the moment of truth right there. The queen has a lot to do right here because it can attack the king. And it protects this knight. If the rook comes over here, I put him in check. I'm going to take him. I think that's the moment of truth. I'm going to see if this is the moment of truth or not. I have like a lot of possibilities. He can bring his rook up here, but I've got a number of possibilities on this. Ooh, now I have less. But I'll just take him here. Oh, crap. Oh, I can't believe that happened. I really was getting cocky there and I lost a piece. I lost an entire rook by being cocky. There's really no way to win this anymore. Except by some strange, weird thing like his modem could break or something. And every once in a while you win a game because a person's modem breaks. Because I have a entire, he has or she has an entire rook advantage. I don't know, somebody, some weird thing I can get a perpetual check or something. I don't know if that's possible, but what can I do now? No, very little. Some weird combination, maybe. No, I basically lost that game. That's amazing. Can you believe I lost that? It's like I had everything going for me. Okay, I'm gonna try one more because Pineapple for Pizza told me I was gonna have a lot of viewers, millions, he said, she said. So I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna go for one more game and win tonight on an upward path. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and you could say I have a gambling mentality, like, oh, I gotta win now. I gotta win because I'm a gambler. But okay, yeah, I admit it. We are a pawn behind, and I completely admit that. Made a mistake there. I should not have done that, but it was a kind of a sucker move because that helped a lot. That really helped a lot. You can't believe how much that helped. Okay, that was good. That was A lot of people here are rated, people watching me are rated 1200, 1400, 1500, or whatever, but that was a game that was won against a person 1854 and just a total checkmate right there on K7. So let's try one more and see if we can get our brain waves to synchronize for one more King's Gambit, maybe. We're playing a white a lot tonight. I think it's amazing because usually we play every once in a while we just play it every once in a while, but this we're playing a lot. I had to protect this pawn, see, because he's attacking it. Okay, now I can castle. There's no problem. This pawn is very well protected. It's protected twice, and he doesn't have another way to attack it. He'll come up there, and I have different possibilities now. I can move here. If he takes me here, I take with the retake with this. But I think that the trickiest thing is just like this. He takes here, I take there. We'll see. He's a little bit ahead of on the clock, but hopefully we'll just win here really quick. He'll make a big blunder. He took me, so I got to take him. And why not? The bishop is in danger, so attack the queen. And protect this pawn another time. Whatever. Looks like a pretty good solid position. Again, why not? Attacking the queen. Oh, wait, huh. I said why not, but look what he did. This pawn is pinned. Can he give me a break? Wow. That was bad. I'm really badly in trouble here now. I gotta move out of the check. Wow, I lost a lot of pieces there. I'm not going to give up exactly yet because who knows, there could be a checkmate here, but I don't see it. I just don't see it coming. But I don't know, I just have this idea I don't give up. Just don't give up. There is a kind of a possibility for checkmate down there with the knight here. But the bishop is there. I don't know what to do. Now the knight cannot advance. I'm an entire 2 pieces down. Can you believe it? With 2 pieces down, at least I got the rook now on. Is that possible? I got two pieces lined up against the rook now. Attack the bishop. If the bishop moves, then I bring the king up here attacking this bishop. I don't know if I'm just kind of like doing some interesting maneuvers. Let's put it that way. And the time is about the same. But that basically does it for me. I have to. Okay, try one more before we go to bed. This is the last one. Okay, that's our queen spawn opening. We'll go ahead and just follow suit. Pin the knight. Bring the bishop back. Bring the bishop back again. Now we'll probably just let him take the bishop if he wants. We get this open rook file over here. We gotta develop some stuff. Now we'll bring this knight in. Look at those brainwaves, huh? I'm not sure, but I think we're doing okay here. I kind of think that we have a pretty good game. Think we're doing okay. If he puts us in check here, we just move this pawn up. He takes here, we move over here, and then we take there. And we'll be able to castle on this side if we want to. I could be all wrong about all of that. I'm not an expert, but should I castle? He's going to go that side. This will be trickier. I'll take his bishop. Knight for bishop is nice. Winning a little bit of time on the clock. If he moves the bishop back there, and I'm going to buttress this pawn. Wow, I can't believe he did that. Okay. The best thing for me to do is move the queen out of the line of this rook. And prepare the castle on this side. Okay, that's all right because this move gains a tempo as far as I can see. Okay, just looking at this side over here, I'm thinking that that knight needs to go up, and I think it's going to be okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a little game break here. I'm right in the middle of a game, but let me put this on pause. I got a problem with the pizza. Wow, can you believe it? I had a pizza delivery guy appear at the door exactly when I was in the middle of a game. Um, I don't know what I can do. What did I do? Let's see. F6. I can't even remember what I did. F6. Where's F6? I don't know. So let's just see what I can do here. Um, completely discombobulated. The knight needs to stay here, obviously. Um, I'm just gonna not waste any more time on moves, and he can't go anywhere. I'm going to, I don't know if I don't want to bring the king over there though, if I don't. What is this queen doing? I'm gonna bring the queen up here. I don't know. I guess I just kind of blew it. This knight is really like way out. This helps though. That was nice that the queen came up there. And I took the queen. Oh, my opponent, that was nice. My opponent just resigned. So that was not too bad. Like, wait a second. Let me just look at something here. Okay, so that's gameplay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hmm. Oh well. It's like we are all biological creatures. So that was fun. Let's go ahead and do a post-mortem. Should we do on that or not? Is that worth it or not? I don't know. Let's just look at the analysis board really quick. Request computer analysis. Pah! Look at that. It was pretty even. Um, can you believe that? What is that? Look at that. I had no mistakes, no blunders. That's pretty rare. That's really rare. Yeah, you can see how the gameplay went very, very, very smooth, and then one blunder, two mistakes. But look, four inaccuracies. Inaccuracies are not bad at all. So I think I'm going to end the night right there because that's pretty good when you can play a game with no mistakes, no inaccuracies. Let's just do the post-mortem. I'm going to click that so that we can see what the next move should be. And then where I'm living right now, it's a little bit late. So I'm going to do this and go to bed. It's 11 o'clock here, and I got to get my proper sleep. Sleep is very important for the human organism. So I'm going to go here and click it. Go back to the very beginning. And we just click through. Okay, so click where everybody can see what's happening. Click, click. If you watch up here, you can see the point score where one person's ahead or not ahead. Right now, nothing's happening. Like, okay, 0.0. So basically, the game has not begun yet. Again, 0.0. 0.2. 1.6. Okay, so white has something here. And now we're already back to 0.4, which is basically nothing. Black is a little bit behind still, but this knight is kind of like unassailable. It's sitting there, but you can't take it. Still very even, 0.6. Wow, let me see there. That was the blunder that black made. 0.6 and then minus 13.1. The queen was here and moved back to there, and then I could take it with the knight, and I didn't miss it. I just took it and resigned. So that was pretty cool. The only thing we can do is we were going to quit there, but I think we'll do one game just to watch the brainwaves. I'm not going to try to win this game. I'm just going to do some weird stuff. So get some cool brainwave patterns. Really, really cool brainwave patterns. We'll do a King's Gambit like we always do. And see what he does. Well, we want a few seconds on the clock at least. I don't know. I'm just going to move up there and see what happens. Double his pawns. Why not? I'm going to castle. I'm going to attack this pawn. This pawn. And then castle. King's Gambits are often, if you're not careful, they are susceptible to an attack by the queen here. But in this case, it didn't do anything. I'm going to castle on this side. I'm not going to go to the other side. I'm going to castle right here. The king protects this pawn, and what else can he do to attack that pawn? Just going to go over there. I can get rid of this bishop by moving the rook over here. I mean the knight over here. Because this bishop is pretty powerful here. I don't really... It's behind my pawns, but still would like to... Okay, he wins a bishop. I win a pawn. No big deal. I'm a minute ahead too, so... I'm going to keep a tight game here. I'm not going to advance the pawn way up to there. I'm going to play a conservative game. We're going to discombobulate him here. He can't take this pawn because if he does, I take, you see here. I think this is the best move to counteract against that rook there, and we're going to see what happens now. If I come up here, I take this bishop. Now that was interesting. I don't know. I'm just going to take that rook. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's going to win this game, but maybe not. Just keep going and see what happens. Put the queen out of there. Put the king out of there. The queen. The king out of there. Finally, the king goes out of there, and what else? I can't go. Can this is important to know what to do. Should I go up there or over to here? I don't know. I'm just going to move over there and see what happens. I don't know. This is a weird game. See what happens. The king fled all the way across the board. And I didn't see any really important mating. No, if I go up there, I'll be in trouble. I gotta be smart here. I'm gonna go here because it looks smart. And then I can attack his queen here with my rook. This is a tough one. Look at those brainwaves, how synchronized they are. When they bundle up like that, it's because okay, I gotta give my king an escape over into here. And this pawn is very well protected by the bishop and the queen, see. Now you can come over here, go over here, but when he tries to come down here, I got my queen protecting him, so. Wow, it's a tight game. He can come here, I got come over here, he comes down here, check, I bring my queen, king here, and then what has he got? My queen is protecting very good against his queen. Queens have a kind of a symmetrical situation. And that's even better because now the pawn protects here. I think this is going to be okay. I don't know. I don't have this all worked out, but I'm a piece ahead, so if he wants to trade me, okay. I'm going to bring the rook over here and then the king. Boom, boom. Hmm. This attacks the rook and also prevents the queen from his queen from attacking my king along this. I might be able to pull this off, or maybe I won't. It's tough. What now, brown cow? I need to attack his queen. I need to make sure that it's only got 21 seconds to mine. He doesn't have an attack against my king. He's only got 9 seconds. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second. That's it. 0 seconds against 1 minute. So, wow, look at those brain waves. Did you see those? How they synchronized and came out in between there and then up high and then now they're like dropping down into the normal levels. But that was that was pretty cool. So anyway, this is a call out, a shout out to Pineapple Ain't for Pizza. I'm shouting you out because you told me to shout you out, and I'm doing that. This is a real shout. Can't shout enough for your support tonight. And if you can drum up a little bit of support, great, because we need to fight against ChatGPT. You know, like my job is being taken away by ChatGPT, and this is my only hope. I should not even be doing this tonight because I've got other stuff I should be doing. But I'm thinking I could do that other stuff and just like survive a slow death, or I could do this other thing and try to pivot away and hopefully get the 1 million followers that Pineapple Ain't for Pizza told me I might get. So let's see what happens, shall we? And until the next time, I'll just say adios. What's the other thing? Au revoir and Auf Wiedersehen. That's it. Good night. Bye bye. Have a good one. Now I just got to figure out how to turn this thing off. Let me see. I'm in chess and I got to go to the Twitch and stream. Bye bye. That's it.